Hi, Lina. Thank you so much for agreeing to be a case study on my website and podcast. I'm really excited for this conversation because I feel like you're a closed book sometimes, and I don't get to hear all of the amazing things that you are doing. So, cannot wait to talk. Please share a bit about you.
So thank you for asking for review. So my name is Lina. I'm a finance coach. I also mentor people, especially in small businesses. I teach them to manage their books, to understand more about what's happening in their books. And I help them with pricing strategies, money mindset, which is a big thing when we are scaling. So yes, I help them with logical side as well as mental side of handling everything.
You've made a big difference to me. People, I'm sure, will gather throughout the conversation that you've helped me masses with my finances. Thinking back to when you decided to join the business of coaching, can you remember what was going on for you at that time?
Yeah, I remember that very well. It was October 24. And I was doing business coaching to tell the listeners more about myself. I am a qualified accountant. I had my accountancy practice in London for 12 years. So I have total experience of working with businesses and finances for 20 years now, like employments and my accountancy practice. So it was for me a very natural thing to become a finance and money mindset coach after selling my accountancy practice. But when I became coach, I was also a bit burnout coach because after I sold my accountancy practice, I realized I needed more rest. So I wasn't doing much in that field. I had my website. I started posting a little bit on social media, but I wasn't doing much. And during that time, I also felt like, okay, money isn't the topic that I want to work with people. I thought of it as more surface thing. I was already doing deeper work with my clients, and I am in self development for the last 17 years. And I undergone, like myself, lots of changes and like changes of identity. So I thought money is somehow not good enough on its own to work with people. I wanted something more meaningful. I switched from money mindset coach, from finance coach to business coaching. Started to work only with women and I did that for 2 years. Things were quite good, but not good enough for me. I remember last summer I sold my business coaching group program. We started the program in September. But then in October, I sat down and I reviewed my finance for the past few months. And I looked at my figures and I thought, no, this is not how I want things to be. I've realized I wanted a little bit more. And I've also realized that something is missing because if I am such a good coach and my clients are very happy, I have very good reviews, something is missing because obviously I'm not selling, especially my one-to-one programs. I was following you for more than a year, listening to your podcast, and I told you already a few times before, you was like my lighthouse. I was listening to every single episode and I was like, yeah, Joanna brings this peace into my life. And I loved your energy. I loved everything you talked about. You encouraged me. You motivated me silently. We were not working together. And I was reading your newsletters too. And I never thought I'm actually going to sign up with you because I thought I know so much. I've been in coaching for 4 years before joining your program. So I thought I know about email sequence, I know about marketing things. I never thought until I received that email from you, that one email, which was, I think, sharing previous business of coaching clients. I received that one email. And after reviewing my finances, I thought, no, Lina, you have to do something. You have to invest more into this. I just made the decision that because I knew you, so I knew it's going to be you I'm going to work with.
Oh, I love the story. That's so good to hear. Because I remember receiving the email from you at what I felt was out of the blue, which clearly wasn't out of the blue. But I think it was very close to you signing up. I don't think we'd had many exchanges. So, yeah, it's a great reminder for us all that there are people silently watching and gaining from all of the work we do in our marketing. So, thank you for that great reminder. What was the biggest impact for you, or what particularly did you enjoy?
The biggest impact for me, the main one, which I think is going to shape my future, is that I actually converted back to finance coaching. I remember when I filled the sheets for you, the workbooks, in the first session, before first session. And then when you said, you emailed me saying like, Lina, you should be a finance coach, it's like your whole life revolves around numbers. I wasn't sure. And I remember we talked in weekly sessions, and when I completed more worksheets, I still wasn't sure I should go back to finances because I thought it's only scratching the surface. And I'm like this deep person, I like this deeper work. So it took me a while to reconnect. But once I did, everything made much more sense. When I started to extract my own story, my things that I post, it felt so natural. I never ran out of ideas to talk about my topic because it's like ingrained, it's like in my blood. So this is the main thing I'm taking from the program, because if I just continued as a business coach, I don't think I would feel as good as I'm feeling now. And even there is a lot of work still to do, and it's a long-term game. The most thing that I'm taking from the program is that you directed me back to the finance coaching where I feel like I'm in my right shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. People talk about alignment all the time, and half the time I think, what does that really mean? Or what does it feel like? But when I see you now, it's just like everything's so easy. You've grown so much of an amazing LinkedIn follower base, real connections. You've really lit up since discovering your niche.
Yes, and then also the LinkedIn, because no way I would have dared to go on LinkedIn without a support group. That's another big reason why I joined your program. I knew you are on LinkedIn. For me, that platform was like Facebook is Facebook, Instagram is Instagram. It's like, it's like a sitting room, but LinkedIn, it's like an office. And I would have never dared. And I posted post 2 days ago saying that I found I found where I belong finally, because LinkedIn is the place where I belong. I need business people, like my clients will be business people or people who are high income earners, like in corporate. So this is my audience, and I've been on other platforms for years, and I never managed to get the same results as on LinkedIn in such a short time. So that shows I'm in the right place. I'm very grateful for stepping into where I belong in my mission and daring to go out on LinkedIn and say, look at me, here I am.
Yeah, you have totally. And so if people are listening, thinking, I'm a bit stuck, what would be your top pieces of advice? It doesn't need to be in terms of the program, but anything that you think were your key moments. So first was niching, second was showing up on LinkedIn, anything else that were key highlights?
Yeah, so niching is the main one, because even my example shows I went back to something that I wanted to do originally, building confidence about this niche and connecting with your story, with your mission. Like, look at your life stories and see why you got to where you are now. We can't do this on our own. I built an accountancy firm all by myself. I never had a business coach. I never had anyone mentoring me. I was just this hardworking, very determined woman who wanted to become financially free. I loved helping my clients. I was very good at what I was doing. I was very good at actually managing people. Maybe I could be better now when I think about it. But the thing is, with this particular business coaching consultancy, you cannot do it on your own. And this is the lesson I learned a bit too late, because if I seeked for help earlier, life would have been much better for me. Because my first 2 years, I did it all by myself. And I started to doubt this path. I started to doubt myself, my ability, because suddenly you are on your own. And when you are not able to generate clients, you start to doubt your ability to do it. The sooner you get help, the better. So get help, join the program. You need to be part of a community in this business.
Love it. So, yeah, tell me more about what elements of the program in particular. So, was it the calls? Was it the community? Was it any feedback, the chat group? What in particular?
I think it's a combination of everything. The community is amazing. You have a lot of support within the group, and I felt very welcomed from the start. The additional groups for LinkedIn also helped. The fact that you, Joanna, share everything about your journey makes a huge difference. You don't fold or hide anything. You are very honest. And I've learned a lot. My work, like some things I will implement to my work, because before I was very much like, I need this to be very precise, very good looking, like to present to my clients the best qualities. And I learned from you to be a bit more relaxed, more human. This is what I liked. It was not laid back. It like a lot of structure in the program, but also like, yeah, it's fine. It's okay. So community, the fact that, you post anything in the Slack group and you get response from you, from other supporting members, and also from other peers in the group. So the support, the materials were very good as well, because even though I knew many things, still I watched videos, I followed the steps, I did the workbooks. I actually was very curious and I said, okay, I'm joining this program. I will forget everything I know and start as if I don't know anything. The amount of resources you have there is just unbelievable. Your program has all the elements from the start, from your marketing message, your niche, email, even the website or LinkedIn profile. So you've covered everything that we need to kick off our journey. Logical side, technical side, and then the support, which without it, you won't get the results that you get with sharing in the community.
Yeah, love it. And you were always so active. So I miss you greatly on our calls as well and helping other people in the community. So thank you so much. Tell me, what does your life look like now? Is it like 8 or 9 months on from joining the program?
When I joined the program, I had to do a lot of work. LinkedIn was very new to me, so I spent a lot of time there. I had to change my website because I changed niche. I did a lot of work. So if someone is thinking of joining and getting everything ready, yes, you get information, you get support, but it's a lot of work required. In this business, you have to be present online for a certain amount of time until people actually start trusting you. So I knew this from the beginning. And I wasn't obsessed with the immediate instant results, even though I have experience in coaching. I realized that, okay, this is my new niche. I have the new audience, which is LinkedIn. And I kind of understood that I'm building it from scratch. So I didn't expect clients knocking on the door or leads, like people asking for my services. I didn't expect any of that. And I started to sign my clients only after I finished the program. So the result is that, like I said, even towards the end of the program in April, May, I already felt like I am very much connected. And because I did so much work, my website, created my email sequence, I didn't have clients coming in, but I knew I laid a foundation and everything will just start changing, which did in June. I signed up my first few clients for finance coaching. I signed up clients after I left the program.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And totally normalizing the fact that there's a lot to build: websites, email nurture sequences, LinkedIn profiles, marketing materials. So it's good for people to know that there is a lot to build when you start a new business, which you did at the beginning of the program, and that you need to put the time in, build the relationships for those results to start showing up.
Yes, and I think what is also very important to stay calm and to remember that you're not going to get clients from day one. You're not going to get clients from month one, especially depending on how long you've been on this journey. Community helps for this mindset, but you have to manage your expectations because it's easy to think, okay, no one is buying from me. No one, yes, because there are way too many people offering. How on earth your clients will know that you are who will deliver them results? So I think this trust in yourself, trust in the process, and believing in it, it's like main ingredients.
Yeah, love it. Thank you. You're a good role model for that. How would you describe your experience of working with me?
Like I said before, Joanna, I loved your energy. I loved the fact that you are very open about everything, and the fact that you, like you say, your mission is build your business without hyping. I really dislike people who say build your 7-figure businesses. I really don't like this type of hyping. And so that's what I liked about you: honesty, openness, You are also very friendly. You are a very warm person. And I've found that energetically we kind of align. This is how we choose our business coaches or the programs, because whoever is leading the program is the main person. And I loved you, not even liked you, you know.
Thank you so much. That's so nice to hear. You really were all in. I don't think you missed any calls. You were always there in the community. It's just such a joy when someone shows up, does the work, shows up to the program. You really were all in, and that's why you're gaining all of the results and you're in such alignment now.
It's been 6 months, and during those 6 months, you get highs, you get lows, you get everything. If you don't show up for the calls, or if you don't show up at all, like for your work, you know, you how likely you are to achieve results. So it was a hard work for me, and so it has everything one needs, as long as the person is curious and open to take that all in and to commit and show up, they can have really good results.
Love it. Thank you so much. So, your biggest takeaway from the program?
Rediscovering my niche and trusting you on that one, because I know I resisted for a month on going back, and I'm glad I did. So that's the biggest one. And yeah, because like I said, it's foundation now for the rest of my life, I assume, because I don't think I will change anything about it. I've also realized, and now I'm doing this deep work on the money side, because it's not like scratching the surface and just teaching the numbers, is much more. I am connected truly with my life's mission. I know that. So that's the main thing.
Oh, love it so much. And what's next for you, Lina?
So for me, next is mainly I'm working with one-to-one clients. Maybe I will launch group programs, but mainly, yes, working one-to-one, going on other people's podcasts, talking more about money mindset, and most importantly, that business owners need to learn their numbers. That's the main thing. I want to spread this message, because business owners feel they are not good with numbers and they think that they cannot learn, which is absolutely untrue, as you are one of examples. I just want to spread this message that it's okay to earn more. It's okay to want more. We can be grateful for what we have and at the same time want more. Only meditation or some inner work is not going to change your financial status. You have to do some steps. You need to learn to manage your numbers. So I'll just be sharing this message.
I love it. And yeah, I'm sure you'll have to come back on the podcast so I can share more about my journey with my finances, or I might do a solo episode of all I've learned from you. Because, yeah, like I was Nina's probably ideal client, or at the end, maybe I was, as in, I would avoid looking at my numbers. I felt really anxious speaking to my accountant. And I always just thought, well, that's just the way it is. I'm not a numbers person. I'm intuitive. And now my finances are so in order. I love thinking, oh, that's so interesting. I made that much from that product, or I've spent that much on that thing. Is that worth it to me? I'm becoming way more logical, or being able to use my intuition and back it up with evidence.
That's my mission, because as an owner of accountancy practice, I saw and I worked closely with so many small businesses, and I saw people without any education doing businesses, amazing businesses, like growing huge turnovers. And I saw the block, not understanding their numbers. And even though at the time I was offering it part of my accountancy services, not many people were willing to dig deeper, and they were working harder and harder to earn income. And I think we should be working smarter. And that is only possible when we know the numbers.
So, last question, would you recommend the program? And if so, who to?
I would definitely recommend your program to every coach who is starting out, or even 2, 3, 4 years like myself in coaching and feels stuck. And they are willing to get the support. They're willing to get new insights on how they, run their businesses. For new coaches, it's a must. Like you finished your coaching program and you think you know everything. So I can tell you, you know nothing. You just know how to coach people. So as soon as you get your diploma, or even before that, just go to the business of coaching school, because without it, you most likely will start doubting yourself and step away from this career before you even know it.
So true. Thank you. It's a good reminder that you don't just lose out in terms of finances and not gaining clients. You actually lose out in your entire identity, self doubt, all of that kicks in. And then it takes so much more work to get to where you could have been to begin with.
Exactly. When I think now, if I thought differently at the time, so let's say I joined in 2020, when I started, I would be a very different person by now, and I would have saved lots of money. First, you don't succeed as you imagine. You think you're just going to write coach under your profile and people will be banging on your door. When that doesn't happen, and when you had a successful career before, you just start doubting yourself. You start doubting your own mind, and then to come out of that, like you said, you need to invest in therapy or another coach to recover from this loss that you had, because suddenly this experienced woman, like in my case, earning high income, working with all these business people and having so much money, suddenly cannot generate clients. But then there's nothing wrong with me. It's the way I look at it or the way I market myself or the fact that we have to market ourselves. And like I said before, I would have not even stepped onto LinkedIn without this program. No chance. To go out there as coaches to say, look how good I am, or like buy my services, we need another program for that, just for doing it.
So, Lina, I know we started working together after I completed your quiz and had a market research call with you. So, if you ever resist market research calls, just know that I signed up to Lina because her offer was too good to resist, even though I had helped her create it. Because when she got on the phone to me after completing her quiz, I realized it was exactly what I needed. Share more about your quiz and how people can get clarity on their own money mistakes and how they can overcome them.
Okay, so first of all, I realized what is happening with business owners. They think they know things and they don't know what they don't know. So I've created quiz to actually show them where they are at with their finances. The quiz is called How Well You Manage Your Business Finances. It will help you uncover potential money mistakes you might not realize you are making and get actionable insights to fix them. People completing my quiz, they said we realized straight away the areas that we need to improve. So by just completing the quiz, we became more aware about like how to manage finances. So even if you never buy from me, you become more aware, and that's what you need if you want to grow. So take the quiz and see where you are at with your finances.
Totally. Thank you so much, Lina. Do head over to the show notes and download Lina's quiz. And you can connect with Lina on LinkedIn. Is that correct? How will they find you?
Yes, LinkedIn. So it's my name, Lina Rimaszauskienė, or my website, linacoaching.co.uk. But I'm very active on LinkedIn.
Love it. Thank you so much, Lina. It was a pleasure to work with you, and I cannot wait to see your future journey.